So the internet has always been perceived to be a place of the wild, wild west, that this is lawlessness and that people aren't required to uphold any sense of actual in physical interactions, that those don't transpose to the internet. And I've had to find myself constantly throughout the last couple of days telling people that the internet is very new, very, very new. And the internet started out of an idea of freedom, of you can be, build, do whatever you want. This was the place that wasn't real, that the internet was the fantasy land, and that you can be whatever you want on the internet. That's why we get a lot of trolls and things that happen that people, it's like, if in person there would be some type of physical consequence, probably harm to you if you did this or interacted in this way. A lot of times with the racial comments that people make, it's like, if you said that to someone in person, there might be a very serious consequence for you. But because you're on the internet, you believe that you can interact in any way that you want. As a sex worker, as a sex worker and as an online streamer and person who speaks to people on a regular basis, I find myself constantly having to explain to people that just because something is happening right now, that this is the way that life looks on the internet right now, that is not how things probably will continue with bureaucracy and capitalism and overarching need for governments to control their people. You have some sense of belief that you will be able to continue in the way that you're doing. So for example, people just getting online and saying what they want to say, lying outright, or making things up, or just having a generally toxic belief system, and expressing those viscerally and outright to people on the internet, that probably won't be able to continue, in the sense that, like, you won't be able to, like, lie. There may be, like, legal consequences in the future, because the internet is so new. Online streaming, broadcasting, the ability to hit the live button and have no delay, where no one is watching you, nothing that you say, that's a very privileged experience that may not continue. I tell people a lot of time that our ability to share our experiences freely, to be a broadcaster and a content creator, to just upload, is a freedom that may not exist forever, and is really right now the one ability that gives us as a generation and people to encapsulate our life and live forever. Because people 1,000 years ago, even people 120 years ago, weren't able to record their thoughts and beliefs and the way that they looked at life and put that out onto a platform that reaches thousands, if not millions of people. And that experience may not exist for much longer, because of the ability to touch the amount of people that you can, the ability for people who can grab power and who can encapsulate the way in which people operate and be a force of moving people around. That type of power and that type of prestige is very, very detrimental in hands of people that do not have the social, or, you know, quote unquote culturally appropriate beliefs. And you see that a lot on the internet, where people have hundreds of millions of followers, gain massive amounts of ability to move people around the internet, or get people to believe the things that they believe. And with the way in which things happen, if negativity comes from that, the freedoms will be clamped down. So broadcasting yourself and putting yourself out on the internet and being a content creator is a privilege, and it's a privilege that many people don't live with the weight of. So a lot of times, specifically like for sex work, for one example that I can say, there's a platform where you just need to tag the other person. You can upload a video, an 18 and up, a not safe for work video, and you just need to tag them. If that other performer has an account, you at them and you put that performer name and you say, me, performer A, was performing with at performer B doing whatever. And that has been their business sense of operating of, I just need to record an 18 and up video and just tag this person. But then as an entity, as an individual by yourself, as performer A, you have, if the police kick down your door today, if the internet police come or, you know, the powers that be ask you to prove that that person was 18 and up, all you have is their at. And what if that person says, well, I shot 10 videos with them and I only wanted this one video on that platform? Do you have documentation saying that they agreed that all 10 videos you're able to do whatever you want with them, and that this specific video where performer A and performer B were doing a thing is allowed to be put on that platform? Oh, you just added them. Okay, business owner. Okay, person who's interacting with thousands, if not millions of people. Okay, adult. You didn't think legally that you should have proof that that person is 18 on you? You got the porn on you. You got the 18 and up content on you, but you don't have anything to prove that that person is 18, just their at. So you went off of the strength of that platform verified that person. And that's how you prove that they're 18. Because documentation can't be faked. Because people who need money can't figure out how to get approved on platforms. You said at performer B, and then performer B is only verified on that platform, and you don't have her actual name, his actual ID, any verification for your own, and you're sitting there in handcuffs looking like a clown face because you thought, well, this platform verified them. The horrificness of finding out that you have done something inappropriate with a child. That's the seriousness of not getting people's IDs, of having them, of relying on an at. You could be the perpetrator of something horrific and detrimental to a child, but people don't take that as the seriousness that they need to, because they don't realize that being online is a privilege. Being a content creator is a privilege. Interacting with your fans is a privilege that many people did not have before, and many people after us probably will not have. I mean, the world's supposed to end in 7 years anyways. Global warming, we're fucked, so whatever.